Sri Krishna has told, Ati Guhyatamam Pravakshami, Rajaguhya. I am going to tell for these few the secret of the secrets, Jnana Vijnanam, the knowledge of the knowledge. What I am going to tell is sometimes it changes your whole perspective about wealth, money, and perhaps life. This is a picture which I took. I am not a wildlife photographer. I am a real life photographer. This is my son, 13-year-old son. He's sitting in front because as usual in Varanasi, you have to make space for it. I am seeing the shadow of my son. What is his future? His future is seen in the mirror, looking back very clearly. But of course, it is the future. From future, when we look back at life, we becomes very wise. But it's in future. And ultimately, it is like the cha-cha driver. He is the one who holds all the aces. First thing in planning wealth, what is the most important key? Can anyone tell? It is to earn wealth. First, you should make money, then you can plan. Otherwise, it will be like this. You have to just ask something. What is wealth? Is it money? This is what I was thinking. No. Most important wealth we have is knowledge, relationship, of course, money. And very key is what is asset? You are working and earning salary, is it asset? No. This is a Charlie Munger thing. Asset is something which earns for you while you sleep. It is what is it we will speak. Assets bring wealth to you when you are not working. So how much of asset each one of us, we have worked for 30 years, what we have is to know. It grows with you. Land, is it asset? Yes, it may have a compound, it may grow, but it will grow only when you do something to it. Either you give it for rent, you build everything. Otherwise, it is an empty site. It is a dead investment similar to gold. And money, what is money? You are not going to get rich by renting out your time, even if you are a top-notch doctor in the whole world. So, next, what is it money? Money, is it goal? Is it means? In one of the books, she says, money is a tool. It is a hygiene. Until unless you know what to do with the money, even if you have millions, it is not going to help it. Only your son will be spoiled. That is the thing. What to do with money matters. How do you get knowledge as wealth? It can be work like how we do. It can be even from a passionate hobbies. It can be more motivational. It aims for big and spiritual knowledge. So how do you earn wealth? First, you should gain knowledge. Second, you should accountability. Convert this knowledge into money. And how do you do it? It is by leverage. This is Naval Ravikant, whose book Almanac beautifully says, you're going to not get rich by renting out. You should gain your financial freedom. So knowledge can be divided into two. One is general knowledge and other specific knowledge. General knowledge is what we learned. It is a society can teach you, books can teach you, internet, etc. What can be taught, what can be replaced. So if you have only general knowledge, somebody else will take your place. Then what is the specific knowledge? Specific knowledge that you cannot be trained for. If society can train you, then it will train somebody else for cheaper amount. It is a special skill which you acquire. It can be even communication. It can be your analytic knowledge. Try to gain knowledge of it. Specific knowledge. First, find yours. What is your specific knowledge? By pursuing your genuine curiosity and passion rather than what is hot now. And what feels like play to you, when others it looks like heavy work. Some people for clipping it is a play, for others it is heavy work. It is taught through apprentice mentorship and not in schools. Specific knowledge has to be learned. Highly technical and creative, it is often at the frontiers, like it can be an ENT, endoscopy, etc. This is what is specific knowledge. And once we have this knowledge, as he told, compounding effect, what is this leverage? That is the from where you make the money. That is, it can be a capital, business, products, etc. For us, it is our knowledge, and how we leverage it is based on how we spread that knowledge through media, training, etc. And doctors' chance of acquiring specific knowledge is higher because their skills, communication, clinical acumen, research, and leadership values cannot be replaced or reproduced. It can all be leveraged. So everything comes in compound returns. All the life in returns, whether wealth, relationship, knowledge, what you earn later on comes back with compound interest. The limitation we have is doctor has to be there in everything. For example, if Coca-Cola, someone has the formula, it can be manufactured all over the world. But Kiran, Manas, or anybody cannot be manufactured. He is there and people won't come only to him. So our chance of creating wealth or money from here is very less. And here, this almanac book very beautifully says, knowing what you don't know is more important than being brilliant. You don't have to have knowledge, stock market and so many all the things. You should know how to stay out of trouble. That is the key. And most one book has studied, most so-called experts, portfolio managers have, when we analyze the returns, are negative in 5 years. And they gave in one study money to a portfolio manager and to a housewife with basic knowledge of stock market. The housewife made money, whereas the stock market so-called expert lost the money. And stay away from cryptos, future commodities, etc. if you don't know. Always, I remember what I told, knowledge is the key. Be smart. When markets are in panic, take advantage and buy for the long investment. You also don't join the market and start selling. And in the long run, start early. Even as soon as you start earning, I started even during my internship, and save big. It should pinch when you're saving. They say at least 30 to 40% of your earning you can save it. And persistence is the key. Stay invested. Have short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals. I'll tell you this. This is like a chart. You have 3 to 5 years, whether you are in mutual fund, anything, education, convenience. 10 years, education, children, house, etc. 15 years, hobbies. And invest in all these different, whether it is stock, whether it is mutual fund or anything, or land, based on these things. Don't, like a milestone try to cross from one to another. Right at when you're starting earning, you start like this in a perspective. And in retirement, what is it? After 25 years, your income should be independent of your work. Free time, hobbies, etc. should be there. And now, these all has been talked. Now I'll learn. What is the next is plan to life? Find your purpose. The return is directly proportional to the amount of time and work you do. And it includes both work and the family. The key is what you choose. This is a beautiful well-being course. Everybody, one of us should do this. It is free. Only if you need certificate, you have to pay. Here, she says beautiful things. Happiness is not got by things. More than that, it is by experience. Happiness all of us have many instincts, but most of it is wrong. It is by gratitude we get as happy. And by staying with people who are happy, it is contagious. And social connections such as kindness, gratitude, and experiences give us happiness. As I told, these actions, whether my Manaska Sarovar visit or Kailash visit, spending time with family, all these matter much. As you may buy a Ferrari car, but somebody says this color is not good, you lose that happiness. And lastly, how will you measure a life? This is by a last lecture by Christensen before he died of cancer. Here he says what matters most in the life: relationship, experiences, accomplishments, learning, etc. And in all these things, you should have measurable metrics. That means if I want to have don't say in my mind that I want to spend time with family. You should have a metrics. I'm going on a holiday, I'm going to spend quality time, what I'm going to do with my children, etc. These are what in the end matters. And this is a very important saying by Mark Twain. 2 most important days of your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. And purpose, it is not one-time thing. You build it over your time and based on your maturity. And in one of the studies, they studied people who are 70 plus and asked what is it important person. Not a single person told that wealth is important or wealthy people around you is important. And all of them told that it is quality friendship, being part of something bigger than themselves, spending quality time with their children and family and friends matter them a lot. So think what you want to do and how you want to measure. And now coming back to the same slide, now I think what exactly I have done and what exactly we should do, whether we should look in the mirror and say, oh, I should have done it, or you look your life ahead. Thank you very much.